Loki, trickster god, agent of chaos, the enigmatic figure whose very name conjures images of mischief and mayhem. He is a character that has fascinated and perplexed scholars, storytellers, and myth enthusiasts for centuries. His name echoes through the halls of Asgard, a whisper of mischief and a promise of mayhem. The grand halls, filled with the echoes of ancient tales, seem to come alive with his presence. Loki's essence is woven into the very fabric of Asgardian lore, a constant reminder of the thin line between order and chaos. He is a being of contradictions, a flickering flame that dances between darkness and light. This duality is what makes Loki so compelling. He embodies the unpredictable nature of fire, capable of both warmth and destruction. His actions, often unpredictable, reflect this inherent duality. One moment, a mischievous grin plays on his lips. The next, a shadow crosses his face, hinting at the depths of his cunning. His expressions are a window into his complex psyche, revealing a mind that is always plotting, always scheming. Loki's charm lies in his ability to keep everyone guessing, never revealing his true intentions. He is the adopted son of Odin, brother to Thor, yet he stands apart. Despite his familial ties, Loki's path is one of solitude. He is both a part of the Asgardian family and an outsider, a paradox that defines his existence. His relationship with Odin and Thor is fraught with tension, love, and betrayal, adding layers to his already intricate character. He is a jester, a weaver of tales, a master of disguise. Loki's ability to transform and adapt is legendary. He can be anyone, go anywhere, and do anything, making him a figure of endless possibilities. His stories are filled with clever tricks and unexpected twists, showcasing his unparalleled wit and creativity. His motives, shrouded in riddles and veiled in half-truths, remain forever elusive. Understanding Loki is like trying to solve an unsolvable puzzle. Each piece reveals a new layer, but the complete picture remains just out of reach. His actions are driven by motives that are as complex as they are inscrutable, making him a perpetual enigma. Is he inherently malicious, driven by a desire to watch the world burn? Or is there more to his chaos than meets the eye? Loki's actions often lead to destruction, but they also bring about change. This duality raises questions about his true nature and the role he plays in the grand scheme of things. Or is he perhaps a catalyst for change, a necessary force in a world bound by fate? Loki defies definition. He challenges the status quo, forcing others to confront their own beliefs and assumptions. In a world governed by destiny, Loki's unpredictability is a breath of fresh air, a reminder that not everything is set in stone. He is a whirlwind of chaos, leaving a trail of laughter and destruction in his wake. His presence is felt in every corner of the world, from the grandest halls of Asgard to the smallest villages. Loki's influence is pervasive, touching the lives of gods and mortals alike. His chaos is not just destructive, it is also transformative, bringing about new beginnings and unexpected outcomes. He is the god of mischief, and these are his tales. Tales that have been passed down through generations, each one adding to the legend of Loki. His stories are a testament to his enduring legacy, a legacy that continues to captivate and intrigue. Loki's tales are a reminder of the power of storytelling and the timeless appeal of a character who defies easy categorization. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of Loki, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more untold tales and mythological adventures. Your support helps us bring these stories to life. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf destined to devour Odin, posed a threat to Asgard. His immense size and strength were unmatched, and his very existence was a constant reminder of the prophecy that foretold the end of the gods. The gods, fearing his growing strength, sought to bind him. They gathered in council, their faces etched with worry and determination. Each god knew that Fenrir's power could not be allowed to grow unchecked, for it would spell their doom. Loki, ever the opportunist, saw a chance to sow discord. With a cunning smile, he approached the council, whispering his plans to the gods. He knew that by playing both sides, he could further his own agenda and create chaos among the Aesir. He convinced the gods that only the strongest chains could hold Fenrir, chains forged by dwarven magic. The gods, desperate for a solution, agreed to Loki's plan. They examined the chains, their hopes pinned on the strength of the dwarves' craftsmanship. The dwarves, at Loki's behest, crafted Gleipnir, a chain that appeared as a silken ribbon. Despite its delicate appearance, Gleipnir was imbued with powerful magic, making it unbreakable. The dwarves toiled day and night, their forge glowing with the heat of their labor. Fenrir, sensing treachery, demanded a god pledge their hand as a sign of good faith. He knew the gods were not to be trusted and sought a guarantee that they would not betray him. The gods hesitated, knowing the risk involved. Tyr, the bravest of the Aesir, stepped forward, placing his hand in the wolf's maw. His heart pounded, but his resolve was unshaken. He knew that this act of bravery was necessary to protect Asgard and its inhabitants. As the chain tightened, Fenrir realized the deception. His eyes widened in fury as he struggled against the bonds, but Gleipnir held fast. The gods watched in tense silence, knowing that their plan had succeeded, but at a great cost. He struggled, his jaws snapping shut, severing Tyr's hand. The pain was excruciating, but Tyr did not cry out. He knew that his sacrifice was necessary to ensure the safety of Asgard. The gods looked on in horror, realizing the true cost of their actions. The gods had bound the beast, but at a terrible cost. Tyr's bravery had saved them, but the loss of his hand was a grim reminder of the price they had paid. They stood in somber reflection, knowing that their actions had set in motion events that could not be undone. Loki, observing the scene, let out a bark of laughter, his eyes gleaming with malicious glee. He reveled in the chaos he had created, knowing that the seeds of distrust had been sown. His laughter echoed through the halls of Asgard, a chilling reminder of his treachery. The seeds of distrust had been sown, and the prophecy of Ragnarok drew closer. The gods knew that their actions had set in motion a chain of events that would lead to their ultimate downfall. As they reflected on their choices, they could not shake the feeling that the end was near. The shadow of Ragnarok loomed ever closer, a dark cloud on the horizon that threatened to engulf them all. Locks in her hands, she felt a sense of wonder and relief. The hair was even more magnificent than her original tresses, and as it was placed upon her head, it began to grow and flow naturally, restoring her beauty and dignity. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous, and Sif's heart swelled with gratitude. Loki, despite his malicious intent, had inadvertently created something of extraordinary beauty. The trickster god, known for his misdeeds and pranks, had managed to turn a situation of his own making into a triumph of artistry and magic. As he watched Sif's joy and Thor's grudging acceptance, a sly smile played on his lips. He had once again proven his resourcefulness and cunning, even if it was through an act of redemption. This act, however, did little to quell Thor's anger, and Loki knew he had only narrowly escaped the god of thunder's wrath. Though the immediate crisis had been averted, the memory of Sif's suffering and Thor's fury lingered. Loki understood that his actions had consequences, and he would need to tread carefully in the future. The balance of power and trust in Asgard had been shaken, and the trickster god knew that he would have to remain ever vigilant to avoid the thunder god's retribution. The walls of Asgard, a testament to the god's power, stood as an impenetrable defense. Loki, ever the gambler, wagered with a giant that he could breach these walls. Confident in their impenetrability, the gods agreed to the wager, unaware of Loki's cunning plan. Disguised as a mare, Loki lured Svadilfari, the giant stallion, away from his master. The giant, desperate to finish the wall and win his prize, was forced to work alone. As the deadline approached, the giant neared completion, his task almost done. The gods, realizing the danger, turned to Loki for help. With a flick of his wrist and a mischievous grin, Loki transformed back into his true form, leading Svadilfari back to Asgard. The giant, enraged by the trickery, was slain by Thor before he could breach the final gate. Loki, though instrumental in saving Asgard, had once again sown chaos and destruction. As we delve deeper into the tales of Loki, it's clear that his legacy extends far beyond the ancient myths. The trickster god's influence has permeated various forms of media, captivating audiences across the globe. From the pages of classic literature to the vibrant panels of comic books, Loki's stories have been retold and reimagined countless times. In Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology, Loki's cunning and mischievous nature are brought to life with vivid prose. Meanwhile, Marvel Comics' portrayal of Loki as the god of mischief has cemented his place in modern pop culture, making him a beloved anti-hero. But the reach of Loki's legend doesn't stop there. In the world of cinema, Loki has become an iconic character, thanks in large part to Tom Hiddleston's charismatic performance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His portrayal has spawned a dedicated fan base, and even led to a standalone series on Disney+, exploring the many facets of his complex persona. For those who wish to bring a piece of Loki's world into their own, a plethora of merchandise awaits. From intricately designed figurines and collectible items to apparel and accessories, fans can proudly display their admiration for the trickster god. Board games, video games, and even themed jewelry allow enthusiasts to immerse themselves in the rich tapestry of Norse mythology. And so, the tale of Loki continues to evolve, inspiring new generations with his blend of chaos, wit, and unexpected heroism. Whether through ancient sagas or contemporary media, the trickster god's story remains as compelling as ever. Join us next time as we uncover more myths and legends, exploring the timeless stories that shape our world.